Yes, okay.
made the invitation to spouses and friends. I better make sure my important one, significant other, was here.
I had to throw mine out. She was trying to put a hat on me.
We noticed that. We noticed that.
Oh gosh!
There we
go.
Well,
I tried desperately to get Santa to come tonight, but he was very busy. So I thought I'd show a picture of what he's doing up here. This started 20 years ago. One of our garbage truck drivers decorated the garbage truck, and it became such an institution in Whitehorse that when they changed the type of garbage truck, somebody bought one of the old ones so he could continue. So this is the 20th year that he drives around waving, and it's a hoot. It's an absolute hoot.
That's funny.
That is cute.
That's good.
So that's the best I could do for Santa. Sorry, guys.
Well, I've now had Mrs. Santa join me.
Hey.
Hi, Mrs. Santa.
Hi.
Oh,
Sharon. She said it's too hot. So we give the floor to Gordon. He's got an announcement to make. Gord, you ready?
I am, but I don't know how to go. All I want to do is just say hello. Hola. It's great to be back online with you guys. See you all again. I bring greetings from my Rotary Club, the Nisku Leduc Rotary Club. I've always been involved with Dolly Parton Imagination Library program. I think I introduced it to the E-Club, and we've carried on and done a wonderful job with it. But one thing I always wanted to do was come back to our club and see if they had any cash. This has been a tough year for our fundraising in our club. Like many other clubs, it's been a little lower than normal, but I managed to wrangle $2,500 out of it for right now, and the check should be on the way soon. So it's just a start. We'll come back to it again next year. We'll get it into the budget and see if we can do a little more.
Well, we really appreciate that, God. It's super now that we've got around 300 children now in the program and 9 communities, so it's really doing fantastically well.
I also have just one comment. I'm trying another approach. I have a friend of a friend who's with the government in human resources, the federal government, and she works in the Arctic with the Aboriginal children. One of her jobs. So I put a feeler out to her to say, why can't the government or get involved with this? And you know, I know when we first started it, we said, is there a way out of this? When can we ever get out? As a Rotary Club, we should start something, and if it's a very good program, I think it should turn over to the government or some other area of financing. So we'll keep working on that for you too.
Well, thank you. I was actually talking with the representative of the Dolly Parton Foundation in Ontario today. She's for the whole of Canada, and she was telling me that the Ontario funding kids there, particularly Indigenous children. They're having a little bit of a struggle with the new government there, but she thinks it's going to continue or at least depart. So that's good to hear. And if you can manage to do anything on behalf of that program as well, that would be really super.
Good. Hey, it was great to see you. I really can't stay around. I got to go.
Okay, well.
My hockey team's playing tonight, and I got to get there. So.
Thank you, Gordon.
Okay. Good night. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Gordon. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gordon.
Merry Christmas.
Have a great Christmas.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
I've got a message to read before we go on to the next item, and this is from the traveling member, well, traveling for the Columbus, Doug Dyer. And he writes, Feliz Natal de Portugal. I regret not being able to attend the club's Christmas party and AGM You've got it all up in...
Keep reading, keep reading.
It'll be the middle of the night for me. At the moment, Joanne and I are house sitting on a farm in Eastern Portugal. We are very remote and also internet challenged. It's nice to see that we have many new members this year and that our club is strong. Several members I haven't met yet, but I hope they feel welcome. This past year, we've traveled to Mexico, Guatemala, Ecuador, the island of Bequia, Spain, Morocco, and now Portugal. One of the highlights was visiting with E-Club member Vicki Horsfield in Antigua and seeing her amazing program in action. So have a wonderful E-Club event and Merry Christmas. I did have a look online at the place they're staying in. It's certainly a beautiful area in Eastern Portugal, very close to the Spanish border.
President David.
Yes?
Can I speak just a moment about Doug, especially to the members who may not have met him?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Doug is a charter member of our club, and I introduced him to the E-Club concept about 6 years ago, before we were chartered, and he retired 2 years later with the intention of going to Ecuador and vegging. He did not get to Ecuador. He got married, he got to Nicaragua, he got to Guatemala, and he found something called house sitting, and that's what he does now instead of sitting in Ecuador waiting to get old. So we could all just learn a little bit from that segue.
We met him in Ajijic about 3 weeks ago when we went to do a makeup meeting in the Ajijic Rotary Club, and they were there, happened to be there. So really great guy.
That was wonderful. Wonderful.
The other interesting thing is that he specializes in dog sitting with the house sitting. There's not many people that actually are able to do that. And so they have a slew of people and that they run into on a regular basis. It's an awesome lifestyle if you can handle it.
Yeah, I think you said he's going to New Zealand next.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, who knows where they'll end up. But he has no excuse not to attend because, you know, there's internet everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. Well, except where he is now, it's not very good. Plus, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. But
yeah. Hello, Keith. Are you awake?
Hello?
Yes.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Yeah.
But I am thinking that I was up at midnight Ontario time to sort of make my way to the airport, and it's now 8 o'clock at night. So if you hear snoring, you know where it's coming from.
Peter's on the mute button fast.
You may need to turn your camera off, your video off.
All we need to do is mention Brexit and he'll be wide awake.
Prime Minister was calling out troops today, so that's okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's getting desperate. If they can't find a plan, they got to call out the troops. It sounds like a rebellion. Anyway, Peter or Jim, whichever you's got the video ready to go.
Okay, just give a little story. I'll get ready for it.
Okay.
Vicki, can you talk about it? You have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Okay. On it first, or do you want to play it and I'll talk about it after?
Can't hear you very much.
Good job.
Please speak into the phone, Mike.
Mic'd up there, that's why. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, this is a video that of Spanish Christmas Carol put on by the children in our preschool and our grade 1 to 3 who are still coming to our program for a reinforcement program to prepare them better for their next grade. So if you want to play it, then I will tell you what it's. I heard this.
Apúrate mi burrito, vamos a ver a Jesús. Mi burrito sabanero, el camino de Belén. Mi burrito sabanero, el camino de Belén. Si me ven, voy camino de Belén. Si me ven, voy camino de Belén.
Wonderful.
That was super.
I heard this in my sleep for days after they were practicing.
Sounds like they're singing that
And because I was holding the camera videoing them, I couldn't do this, and I kept wondering when they were going to stop. So, do you want me to tell you what it says? I'll just read the first couple of lines in Spanish. Con mi burrito sabanero voy camino de Belén. Si me ven, voy camino de Belén. So it all means, with my little burrito, I'm going to Bethlehem. If they see me, I'm going to Bethlehem. The morning light illuminates my path. If they see me, I'm going to Belén. And then the verse, the tuki, I guess is what she's saying to get the burrito to go faster. Because it says, hurry my burrito so that we will arrive, tuki. Hurry my burrito, let's see the boy Jesus. Which doesn't quite rhyme in English, but there you go.
Lovely.
So we're very excited about performing this.
Oh,
That's good.
thank you so much.
So Merry Christmas from Guatemala.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How long did it take you? Have you been practicing with it?
I gave that job to the teachers, and
Yes,
I was trying to work, and I'm hearing it in the background. And it was funny today. I was sitting here working, and all of a sudden, a bunch of kids broke into that song again because I guess it's running in their head too.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Vicki. Let's see what messages our northernmost member can bring to us. Jim Kenyon.
What did I do now?
You were going to give us a message from the north.
Oh, right. Well, you know, I think everybody was here, but go back to our original message. Yeah, I tried desperately to get Santa to come, but he was a little bit busy today. So, right. This is for those that didn't hear me before. This was a sanitation worker that decorated one of the garbage trucks, and when they changed the type of garbage truck, somebody actually bought one of the old ones so he could keep it going. So he drives around to all of the places and waves to kids and goes to the old age homes. And it's a lot of fun.
I assume when it was an operating garbage truck, Jim, the lights don't go around the back, because otherwise how would you get the rubbish into the truck?
Well, there was an opening so you could do it. The problem was the new garbage trucks do have that, and they have stuff on the side. And there's also something on the front that doesn't accommodate the caribou antlers. So definite problem with this. But yeah, they've actually managed to find somebody to buy the garbage truck, and he still does this. This is his 20th year.
Somebody should also give the guy $50 to replace that front headlight.
Good
point. Good point.
A good spot.
I gotta make it red. It should be
well, there's
red
one in the middle, and it's red. You know.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it?
Over here, yeah.
Somebody sent me a cartoon for Christmas that had 3 non-Rudolph reindeers buttering up Santa, and they were said to be the brown-nosed reindeers.
So, was there something of Robert's service you mentioned as well?
Well,
Jim?
actually, no. I was just blundering away, but I can at least tell a story on the whole thing. In the tradition of politics, which I was dumb enough to have an interest in and unlucky enough to win. We had Senator John McCain visit, and all he could talk about was what a fan of Robert Service he was. So I went on eBay and I tracked down a leather-bound first edition of Robert Service, and I wanted our executive council to fix it up a little bit, and we could send this as a present. I was told absolutely not. I could do that myself if I wanted to. I was so mad I gave it to a friend who's a Robert Service fan.
Oh.
So he never did get the book. But yeah, you still see a lot of Robert Service up here. And in his original, the bank that, not a new version of it, but the bank that he worked at, they just put a memorial thing there of a desk and a chair and a fountain pen.
No.
To promote that, but real big up here. But I'm sorry, I don't have anything memorized.
Okay. Well, we'll go on to the Christmas poem from Delwyn. If you can recite for us your Christmas poem, please.
Certainly. It's not going to be as good as Robert's service would be, though.
Maybe for the newer members, Delwyn's famous in the club for coming up with, can I say, limericks and poems and.
I don't know about famous, more like infamous.
Very, very timely, anyway.
I don't know if you have the poem in shareable form, Peter.
No, I do not.
Very well, because Jim's going to use it as next week's meeting during the Christmas week, and I invite you to look at it carefully because it has a structure which you won't necessarily appreciate unless you see it in writing.
Oh.
I'll leave that as a teaser for you to look at the poem when it comes up on our meeting.
Del, and I might be able to pull it up
Yeah?
here somewhere. Yeah, I'll see if I can get it.
You know the miracle of technology? While Jim's doing that, let me give you the preamble. What I said at the beginning was, as we move into the Christmas season and the end of the calendar year, we as Rotarians in the Rotary E-Club of Canada look back on what we've been involved in and how we've been impacting the world around us. Of special note this year to some are our ongoing and growing work. There you are.
Oh, yeah.
Ongoing and growing work with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, particularly in the Northwest Territories. Our contributions and hands-on work in the Project Amigo in Mexico, particularly with Laura Fabiola, and the accomplishment of our soon-to-be concluded major water project in the Subarana area of Honduras. In the sonnet I've written for this last meeting of 2018, I've touched on these efforts as well as some of the important things that all Rotarians anywhere in the world can be doing to make our Earth a better place. Merry Christmas. So, this is how I read this poem. Before the sun is seen, a book is read, enchanting little heads up north, the black that now of day, not thought, with words instead impact, as Dolly Parton knew way back. Not only there, but south also, where our so fabulous young Fabiola learns, perchance one year the archetype of the hour in Rotary, that future hopes discerns. Remember then, through Yuletide cares and fun, a moment to affirm our aims not done, to plant a tree, bring help where once was none, in drops of polio vaccine, or see our pipeline set Honduran waters free. Now go, and you the inspiration be.
Wow.
Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Excellent.
Merry Christmas.
So, I don't know if you recall that last year Santa came to the Christmas party, even though we weren't members yet, but ho, 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 here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, down Santa Claus Lane.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Oh, wonderful.
And there he is.
A hidden rendition by Santa.
So Ron's company is Shipper's Supply, and every Christmas they have a Christmas party for all the little kids and grandkids of the employees. So our grandchildren are there every year. So we went to, I was Mrs. Santa and then Ron was Mr. Santa, and we were there handing out the presents, and our little Joshua, our grandson, who's 8, he comes and sits on Santa's knee and he says, I know who you are. I know who you really are. But don't worry, I won't tell my little sister.
Yeah.
Was Santa Claus here? I didn't know
Yes,
that.
you missed him.
Oh,
You missed Santa.
Oh.
Wow, isn't that
Next time, handcuff him. Ooh. President David.
Yes, sir.
As part of the whole theme of Santa visiting, I can hold up a piece of paper in a moment to indicate what my firm's Jeans Day Fund, and our free notarizations I do for donations to Polio Plus has got this here, plus a bit that my wife and I have thrown in. So there's the donation this year.
Oh, well,
Awesome. Awesome.
And it's already in PayPal, so it should be there, Mr. Treasurer.
Yeah.
okay. Here you go. Wonderful.
I'll be watching for it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yes. Anybody, any more surprises?
Yeah.
Well, I can throw one in since everybody is looking for Christmas music. I don't know if everyone is familiar with with PDQ Bach, who was the last and very unknown son of Johann Sebastian. But he's Canadian. He lives in Hamilton, Ontario, and he's still around quite a bit. And if I can find the stupid link here again, I will go into this. This is the Kelowna Community Choir, by the way.
Okay. Did you check off the 2 boxes before you clicked on it?
We're not getting any sound.
No, he didn't.
Probably not. I can't find them.
All over again. Because you have to do those 2 boxes at the bottom. When you click first on share, then you have to, and you've got to play it from within your computer too. You know what I'm talking about, Jim?
I think so.
Okay.
I can't. There's no 2 boxes there, Peter.
Yeah, because you clicked too fast.
Yeah. story of my life.
Last caribou.
Now you know the title, Peter. You can bring it up. Good King Kong looked at it.
Oh well, so much for my PDQ Bach experiment here.
Give it another try. I want to hear this.
Well, actually, this isn't. I could try. Where's the? Okay.
Is it just on YouTube?
Yes.
Go on, you guys. Keep going. I'll look for it and I'll play it.
Okay. To give you the background, for those who aren't familiar with PDQ Bach, his real name is Peter Schickley, and the more you know about classical music, the funnier it gets. He has the Concerto for Horn and Hard Art. If some of you may remember those, or the Unbegun Symphony. If anyone is into PDQ Bach, I particularly recommend his Pervertimento for bagpipe, balloon, and bicycle.
Oh.
And I actually saw that performed live at Purdue. The final chord is played with kazoos on helium-filled balloons that float up into the top of the concert hall, and the crescendo, he takes it down with a shotgun of rock salt. That was hilarious.
Anybody else? Maybe Keith should have a word in before he drops off.
Not a chance.
I'm more worried about those 2 glasses of wine that went by.
It looks like he's already in his pajamas.
No, I've got clothes on.
We should be lifting our glasses up and wishing everybody.
Glass is empty.
Keith, last fellowship meeting, my dog Riley jumped onto my lap and was in shot of my video camera during the last portion of the meeting, and one of our fellow Rotarians said, only in an E-club could you come to a meeting with your dog. And now I'm going to say, only in an E-club could you come to a meeting while reclining on your bed against the pillow.
Only in an E-club can you sit on the patio on the terrace overlooking the beach. I like to let everybody know that the January Fellowship Assembly, we will be inducting a new member, and we will hear Bryce classification talk. So I hope that we will have the same wonderful attendance as we're having tonight.
Yeah, Bryce apologized. He had to work and do a performance. He was trying to make it, but he's probably still tied up with, a busy time with recording things. So.
And Janet, our soon to be inducted, soon to be approved member, is currently in Cuba, where internet access is very limited, and you have to get a special card. And she was trying to log on, but she said they ran out of internet cards. But yeah, that's Cuba. There's still some communism in the world.
Boys of the socialist state.
President David.
Yes, sir.
I do have a guest here, if you got a minute for a guest. As you know, my daughter Abby is on exchange in Italy, and my other daughter Claire has just been accepted to go on exchange, and she's sitting here. So I'll put her on for a second.
Oh, sure, we'd love to see Claire. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Where are you going on exchange?
I don't know yet.
What countries have you chosen?
I haven't chosen yet, but I am thinking Brazil or Spain.
Lovely.
Okay. So you better start brushing up on your Spanish.
And Portuguese.
Brazil is Portuguese.
And that's a Rotary exchange?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Wow.
Well, we're hoping to hear also from your sister in
Italy.
In Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, we'd like to maybe have a greeting message or something from her soon.
But you have also an exchange student in your house right now, right?
Yeah, I do.
There?
Yeah.
Can you tell about?
Oh, well, introduce her.
Is he around? No, it's a guy.
He's not around right now. No, he's out snowboarding actually.
Oh.
What can you tell us about him? Where's he from, etc.?
He's from North Italy. He came when Abby left, so he's been here for quite a bit.
But he just came to your guys' place, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to tell us all what it is about your dad that your sister and you are desperate to get away from him.
Oh that's putting her on the spot.
Keith, you got to think she's wearing the headphones, so her dad can't actually hear what you said.
Oh, I know. He can watch the recorded program.
That's probably a good thing.
He tried to unplug the headphones, but it didn't work. So
Awesome. Good. So, well, we're very happy that you are indeed accepted, I think, for you. And that'd be awesome to go. But yeah, good thing not to go to Italy. Go to another country.
Go to Spain. Spain is good.
Good.
Experience for you. So, President David, I have something to mention. Is it okay to mention now?
Well, I don't know what you're going to say.
Anyway, as you know, like we sponsor actually Ethan from our company. He's a sponsor. And we discussed internally, and this Rotary year, our company would like to donate $1,000 in the international fund. So it's up to the Rotary Club, the way they want to use. It's up to the Rotary Club itself, but our company will send $1,000 to actually the treasurer, and that will be for the new year.
Oh, well,
fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Ali, your glass is full. I see that. That's perfect timing.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, cheers everybody, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks, Gander.
Thank you.
There's not much of one.
Well, we're super excited that our oldest daughter is arriving in Mexico tomorrow night, and they're staying in their own condo. And then our youngest daughter is arriving Friday night with the two little ones. So we're going to have a wonderful family Christmas here in Mexico. So we're really looking forward to that. And I better start putting up some Christmas decorations, which I've done the last few years.
You might be able to get that garbage truck shipped down from the.
We have enough garbage trucks in here.
Actually, I think it's for sale. They're trying to do some fundraising.
Well,
to
actually, we could
keep
use
it
some garbage trucks.
Yeah.
The new mayor canceled the garbage trucks. So now
That's what we need to do. Buy a garbage truck. All right.
We've lost our president again.
So how's everybody else celebrating Christmas?
What was that, Ellie?
How will everybody be celebrating Christmas?
Well, we're having an East Coast Christmas. We're having lobster.
Oh, good. I want to come to your place.
Exactly. Yeah.
Does it go with cranberry sauce?
Everything goes with lobster.
Well, I don't mind telling you that I can hardly wait till Saturday because my wife and I, our kids and our grandkids are all heading off to New Zealand for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to take in a family reunion down there during part of it of my wife's extended Dutch family. And then afterwards, Veronica and I are going to sneak over to Australia. And one of the things we'll be doing is visiting our Australian exchange daughter a few years ago.
I was just about to ask Dylan where in Australia, where in New Zealand you're going, because I have an exchange son in New Zealand.
Oh, really? We're going to be all on the North Island.
Sorry, you're on the North Island?
Yeah. We'll sort of tour down from Auckland all the way down to Wellington, and then the family reunion is in a town called Featherston, which is about an hour and a quarter outside of Wellington towards the northeast.
Okay, and I have to admit, I don't know where he is at the moment. He's actually Swedish.
You know where your kids are, right?
He's Swedish and is doing his doctorate in New Zealand. So I'm not sure what university he's at, but I'll find out.
Excellent.
So where did you say going? Where near to Wellington?
Sorry, where?
Featherston.
Featherston, okay.
Dylan, my wife has just yelled at me that he's in Torbay. Torbay.
Torbay. Ah.
I don't know where that is.
I must admit I don't either.
So Jeff, many of you,
One of my
many
sisters
us
lives in New
have
Zealand.
not met your wife yet, like we did.
Oh.
So maybe she
Well,
should come.
as I had to throw her out earlier because she was trying to put a hat on me, but she was nice enough to bring me another bottle of wine. So
there's another bottle.
I'll see if I can get her back in here.
Oh boy!
Just tell her you want to share the wine.
But that's certainly one of the fun things that we get to do as Rotarian exchange hosts and host parents and what have you, is when you do travel to the countries where your exchange daughters and sons came from. So much fun going and visiting them. Invariably, it's an excellent time.
Darwin, you're just reminding us that we went to a Rotary Club in Field, which is an hour or so from Wellington. We arrived for that meeting, and they said, well, there's really no meeting tonight. We're going to the theatre a couple of doors away, and the local amateur theatrical group was putting on the Full Monty.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's familiar with that. So you imagine, I mean, you see an actor doing it, but you're sat down there as one of the audience looking at your neighbor doing the Full Monty.
Brilliant.
So it was a fun
evening.
Yeah.
So is Jeff going to introduce
She
lady?
has to introduce herself.
Yeah, I totally can introduce myself. I'm Angie.
Hi, Angie.
Jeff's wife of 18 years, 17 years, up there.
Seems like a lifetime. Got it. Okay.
That's what you don't want to forget.
He doesn't remember either, so that's okay.
But we had a wonderful. We had. He's drinking all the wine in the meantime, man.
Yes, he is.
That's the nice thing about these pot meetings, the fellowships. When we were in Calgary, we got to meet Angie, and we had a wonderful conversation. So we're looking forward to
coming back.
Return to Calgary in April.
Oh, good. Well, we'd love to see you again. That'd be awesome.
Love to do it again.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was a nice evening.
Yes, thank you.
So
Thank you.
Have a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah, you guys too.
And I hope we get to meet your exchange student.
Yeah, Max, he should be, he's actually, I don't know when you'll meet him because Tuesday nights are his night to go to snowboarding. So we'll have to see.
Thursday mornings.
We'll see.
Could be a challenge. Could be a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Ethan have his family around, or is he all by himself in his office? Because Ethan has also a beautiful family.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. No, they are not here. I'm hard at work, slaving away.
Yeah, the boss is at.
The boss is here.
The boss is watching, so I gotta be busy. Typing away.
Well, I think we could vote to let you go home.
I'm actually at home. I'm just in
good.
another part of the.
Yeah.
But still working.
Good.
And Peter, are you staying in the Dominican Republic for Christmas?
We're not going anywhere. Christmas here is either the family dinner on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. There's no second Christmas Day, no extra time or anything like that, and so that is about the extent of it here. There are lights up, etc. But that's about all that's happening, at least in the town we're at. Ileana just puts the Christmas tree up the week after Halloween. So I've been looking at it for some time already, but that's good. It's a nice tree. But that is, so just to compensate for some of the other members that haven't done anything yet, you know. So, no, we are staying here. We did our big trip in July and August to Canada and etc. So we are staying put at the moment. So, and I have nothing else to say about the weather because it's the same every day. You know, so it's different. It's different to have you know, Christmas in a warmer climate or tropical climate compared to the areas where, you know, you have the different seasons, etc. As such. So,
different and wonderful.
Well, years ago we had gone to Hawaii for Christmas with my parents, and yeah, it's a very different thing. You know, it's Christmas Day, and you're walking around.
Yeah,
you're walking around in the sand. Well, that's cute.
That looks like Jim.
Yeah. Three amigos here. One of them's going to be cute.
Jim's the guy on the left, I think.
Goodness. Good.
I see that Ron is also in his in his Christmas.
Very quietly.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, both. Rudy also.
All right, so we're here at Pigeon Lake at our new house here. And we're in our and we're going to spend Christmas here with all of our family. Everybody's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And you're still improving the house too and putting things in
no,
place.
it's all done. It's all done, and we're
good.
Yeah, everything. Put your hat back
This
on.
is an official RCMP hat.
Oh, okay.
You're prepared.
The other light there.
I thought that was Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a Brown at all.
Officer Brown.
So we'll have all the family here, and that's what we're doing. We're having it in the frozen north of Edmonton. And it's not very frozen. It's about 2 degrees Celsius today.
Yes.
The snow is still out there, though, lots of it, but nice.
Lovely.
Here's to
everybody. Merry Christmas.
Yes. Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Everybody.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Everyone, see you all in the new year.
Yes, see you all in the new year.
Yes, Merry Christmas and Happy New
See
Year
you.
to all of you.
Okay.
Thanks for another meeting, another great meeting.
Great meeting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Really nice. Thank you.
And congratulations to all the new board members.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I'm going to leave the meeting here. Thanks very much, Peter.
You're welcome.
Yeah, great job.
Turned out
Thanks.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody again.
So Biswanath,
Well,
did you make it to Calgary or not?
No, I actually got a flu last week, so I had to stay back.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
So that's what I was actually, first time I was going to meet face to face with John, so that didn't happen. Probably we're going to January, we're planning to meet everybody there around there in Calgary.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's quite a few now in Calgary and area, so you guys can have a nice meeting. So
Yes, that's what we're planning.
Yeah.
We'll arrange something that in January.
Very good. Okay.
Thanks again. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas. Stay warm over there, Biswanath.
Right.
Thank you.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Jim. Thanks.